Hi, Shalom everyone. I'm continuing the series of the great Rabbanim of yesteryear. We've already covered about 265 rabbis over the last 2 years plus. Since we do the series all the time, whenever it's a yard site, we speak about a great rabbi. And here on Chavtet Sivan, the 29th of Sivan, naturally we translate that into English just before Rosh Chodesh Tammuz, it's going to be the yard site of a really great rabbi from Tunisia, Rabbi Shlomo Dana. And we've spoken about, maybe covered 25 of the great Chachamim from Tunisia. And this was also another really great rabbi who was actually born in the English year 1850 and passed away in the year 1913. He was approximately 63 years of age at the time passing. He was part of the great Rabbanim from Tunisia, and he was a Rosh Yeshiva, and I think the Yeshiva was called the Chevrat Talmud, also in Tunis, if I am not mistaken. Very, very great yeshiva over there. He was actually born, as we said before, in the year 1850 in Tunis. He was born. And his father was a great rabbi, also Rabbi David Dana. And he learned next to the great rabbi, Rabbi Avram HaKohen Yitzchaki, I think for a period of time, also who was the Dayan, the judge in the ear of Tunis, respectively, and one of the great rabbis there. He's also the Baal of the, let's say, of the work called the Mishmorat Kuhuna also. And he also, I believe, he also learned with Rabbi Moshe Berevi also, who was also a Rosh, one of the head rabbis of Tunis also. As a parnasa, in order to make a living, he actually worked, I believe, as a goldsmithing. He worked in the goldsmithing industry. Many of the people, especially in Tunisia, a lot of them had professions and worked also. It's actually interesting, there was a school system that was rapidly increasing over all the North African countries especially, and we've spoken about this before. It was called Yisrael Chaverim, and there was an alliance network of schools which were more, let's just say, on the secular spectrum with regards to Jewish schools over there. So he saw that this could actually make because they were promoting very much French heritage and culture in these Jewish schools also. So this actually took a knock-on effect because these schools were becoming more popular from the yeshivot over there. They saw that the amount of students learning in the various yeshivot had actually begun to dwindle over there. So he founded, actually, in Tunisia, the Chevrot HaTalmud in Tunis, a yeshiva over there. I think this was in the year Tafresh Memchet, and very much brought a center of Torah into the area to promote Torah, to bring a higher level of spirituality and Torah knowledge all over the area, because obviously having a yeshiva over there is going to be mashpia, it's going to be hugely influential to the whole community as a whole. So that was a huge, important step within regards to the area. So it's actually interesting, it was actually one of the largest Torah centers which he opened up in Tunisia at that specific time, and in Tunisia there was a very great Torah community. He passed away on the 29th of Sivan in the year 1913, and he was buried, I think, in the Jewish cemetery in Tunis. He was buried over there in the Beit Kvarot over there, and it's actually interesting, and I think there was an evening yeshiva in the Givat Olga neighborhood in Hadera, was actually named after him, which is very, very interesting. Also, Givat Olga neighborhood over there. And it's actually interesting. Also, I believe the yeshiva itself was called the Chevrot Limud HaTalmud. And this was very similar to the name of his yeshiva that was actually in Tunis, which he had set up also, if I am not mistaken also. We're going to look at his works in a minute, but he was, I think also at the time he was engaged also in Tunisia in printing books also, if I'm not mistaken. And there were great rabbis he learned with, including Rabbi Eliyahu Chai Salmon and also Rabbi Eliyahu Cohen also. And they were working in a high position inside the yeshiva itself, respectively. So now let's explore some of the books he wrote. Notably, 2 very great works over here. I don't know if there was probably more in manuscript or maybe more printed. There was a Shalmei Todah, what is this? Chibur Shetzad Talmidav, which is very interesting. What was this book based on over here? It was a compilation published by his students, I think about 5 years after he passed away, which includes teachings on the Shulchan Aruch and the Torah, respectively. There was also another book called the Shevet Achim, which is Chibur Shktav Yad Im Harav Moshe Strog, who was, I think, the brother of the famous Rabbi Yeshio Strog. Also, these were great rabbis of Bet Dins in Tunisia itself. And this specific book dealt with the halachot with regards to treifot. He was very much specializing in that. He had a lot of great students. Let's look at some of the students, explore them, including Rabbi David Katorzo, who was, I think, the head rabbi, the chief rabbi of Tunisia, if I'm not mistaken, over there at one stage in time. I think he would actually become the head Rosh Yeshiva of Chevrat Talmud, also respectively at a later date. There was also Rabbi David Ben Baron, also, who was also a very, very prominent rabbi in Tunisia and an Av Bet Din. Also, there was Rabbi Meir Lombroso, there was Harav Eliyahu Gaz, or Judge, Gag, as they pronounce, Harav Yeshua El Maliach, another very great rabbi who was a Dayan in Tunis, respectively. There was Rav Yosef Berebi, also, who was also another very great rabbi. Rabbi Shmuel Taib, who was also a rabbi, I believe, in the area called Makhdeh, which is in the central of Tunisia, around the area. There was Rabbi Shlomo Haddad, also, who was a rabbi of Naval. There was Rabbi Eliyahu Salkamon, there was who was actually the writer of the book of the Shalmei Todah. There was Rav Yeshua Strog, who actually wrote the Shevet Achim, also compiled it, I believe, of his teachings respectively. There was Harav Yehuda Vazan, and also Harav Aaron German. But they're really, really great Talmidim. He left also, and was one of the great rabbis also from Tunisia in the 19th, 20th century. Naturally, please don't forget to light candles in the rabbi's memory. It was about 63 years of age at the time passing, and watch over all the previous videos we've covered on the great Tunisian rabbis of yesteryear, and also the great rabbis of yesteryear. So wishing all a great day, and take care.